How y'all doing? How y'all doing? My name is Moses Moody. I'm gonna be performing an original poem called He Beat the Streets. You struggle to reach a destination where my uncle found himself in max incarceration, all because he had this undone infatuation with pride. Though he had to put that pride to the side because he was headed to spend cold nights with straight killers. I'm talking caged up gorillas, all fighting for one spot at the top. When he was inside, I'm sure he had dreams and aspirations to change his situation, maybe even further his education. But when he finally got out, he can't even leave his house. See, when I was young, I thought he went crazy. It was on a totally different page. But when I finally reached a certain age, I started seeing the rage. A grown man spent 18 years locked up in a cage. They treated him like an animal. Only time he got respect is when he roared. Well, my uncle had the heart of a soldier, the aggression of a prize fighter, just no one taught him what to fight for. See, the system creates this illusion with lies and confusion, and my uncle fell victim to the trap. Well, I'm sorry to say, I'm starting to believe the only way to make it out of the struggle is put a ball in that hoop, a wrap. It's so hard to make it out. There's just so many obstacles. Look at Trayvon. He made it through the thugs, drugs, robbing and stealing, but he still fell short because he ain't know those thugs weren't the only ones doing the killing. But Trayvon Martin's not the only one. That's just the one that everybody knows because that's who everybody shows on the news. But the news is used to desensitize our eyes so we don't cry no more when we see our people murdered in despair. We don't care. We just change the station. But I can't change the station when I see my youth dying on TV. I got this deeper connection since they all look like me. I'm tired of seeing 5-0 would murdered another unarmed black male. But I guess we always armed, because in their eyes, pigment is equivalent to a pistol. But I don't feel like they bad people. I feel like they genuinely scared for their life. In no way am I saying that's all right, but cinematography is used to paint my people in a bad light. But let me ask y'all a question. When you see me, what's your first impression? Are you willing to learn this lesson, or are you distracted by my complexion? An impoverished black male making his way out the streets is the equivalent to a flower blooming through the concrete. And their success is a product of sacrifice, tenacity, and just straight up luck. That sacrifice comes in when you pushing a broke down hoopty and your own boy got a Bentley truck, all because he's selling that stuff. But I'm tenacious. Just like that single flower that busted through that concrete. He had to stand there, eye to eye, toe to toe, staring at defeat. But he built different, so his mind's not even wired to consider retreat. And after all that young man left standing on his own 2 feet has done the impossible. He beat the streets. Thank you.